Hi, it's me, Rasheed Ogunlaru, coach, speaker and author, and welcome to the June issue of Catch the Coach, your newsletter for fulfillment and your video newsletter for fulfillment. And wow, it might be hard for you to believe that we're halfway through the year. And that's the theme of this issue. It's our mid-term review. You might feel as though January wasn't that far away and you can remember what your hopes, your dreams, your priorities and your aspirations or your resolutions for the year were, and you might be thinking, oh my goodness, where on earth am I as far as that's concerned? And very often in our day job, we might have to do yearly reviews, annual reviews, quarterly reviews, monthly reviews, check-ins and so on, weekly meetings. But often when it comes to our own life, we don't take that stock. That might be really useful for us to just check in. Am I on track personally? And sometimes all the busyness of work takes over and you forget about you and your own priorities. And it happens a lot when I'm coaching, and I coach a lot within organizations, with managers and staff and so on. And very often what I hear is that they're often overwhelmed and they haven't allowed to make sure that they put in the time for themselves and their own lives and their own well-being first. And that's the key, really. So it's by us stepping back that we can get more clarity moving forward. So the whole focus of this issue is our mid-term review. So let's get cracking, our mid-term review. I want to invite you to take a piece of paper, so you might want to pause this, take a piece of paper or on your phone or on your computer or on your tablet. You might want to write these down, or you might want to watch this because you might be on the move and you might want to come back to it. Please, please do this. And there's something about writing this down that can be very, very powerful. So here we go. What's working well? A, personally, and B, professionally. What's working well, personally, and professionally? Second question, what have been the main challenges? So what are the main challenges currently? What have been so far this year? And you might want to include those challenges that are approaching. So what are those main challenges personally? And what are those main challenges professionally? So what are those main challenges? Next, what's your main learning been? What's your main learning been? What is it you've learned from all that's happened personally and professionally? And next, how is it that you can build on what's working for you personally and what's working for you professionally? How is it you can build on those things? You might be thinking, actually, one of the things that's worked really well is when I've had the one-to-one meetings with people and so on. What's worked really well is when I've been able to see family in this particular way, and when we've done this, this and this. How can you build on that? Very often we're so focused on what's not working, we forget how it is that we can capitalize on what is and to play from our strengths. So this isn't just coming up with a list of things that you need to do. This is about consolidating. Next up, based on everything that we've talked about, what should be the main priorities for you personally and the main priorities for you professionally? I want to ask this in a slightly different way, which might help you. Which is, what are the things that would make the biggest impact for you personally and professionally? So first of all, what should be the priorities? And my tip here is make it 2 or 3 priorities personally, 2 or 3 priorities professionally. But I'm asking you to kind of check in with your answer. What would have the biggest significant positive impact to help you progress personally and professionally? So I invite you to sit with that, which will help you with the next step. So mindful of all this, the next step is, what help, support and resources do you have? And what help, support and resources do you additionally need to help you move forward? So what help, support and resources do you have and do you need? And do the same thing for personally and professionally. And now what I want to invite you to do is, based on all that and reflecting all that, what I want to invite you to do is to come up with just a simple 1-page or half a page plan that's smart, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and time-based to help you move forward. So based on that, don't overwhelm yourself. It might be, you might think, actually, based on all this, Rasheed, there's quite a lot here. I'm going to set myself one priority for the rest of the year, personally, and one professionally. So do that, sit with that and act on it. Have it somewhere where it's very, very visible. So that's my main tip of the month. Actually, that's my main theme of the month. I want to add to this a tip of the month. My tip of the month that you'll see also for those of you who subscribe to the written version. Remember, there's a written version you can subscribe to. If you go onto my website, rosaru.com, you can subscribe to the written version. And my tip of the month, which relates to all of this, is build your team. If I was an athlete, even if I was an individual athlete, I would have my team, my friends, my family, my fans, my nutritionist, my coach, my trainer, my agent, etc., etc. I want to get you to think about who is on your team and how is it that you can build on your team. I think this is a theme that's so important. I think I want to return to it in far more detail, excuse me, later on in the year to really help you move forward. But I want you to think about building your team. That's the tip of the month. Who's already on the team? Where are the gaps? So think about what's the help, the expertise and the support that you need professionally and personally that will help you move further forward. So who is on your team? Where are the gaps? And how is it you can begin to build your team? That brings us on nicely to my events. Remember that I hold a couple of regular events. I run the Soul Trader, Your Life, Your Business workshop for those of you who are thinking about starting out, who are deep into the journey of being your own boss, whether it's your freelance, whether you're running a small business, whether it's a micro business, or whether it's a growing business. That workshop will help you to take charge of your life and your career and find balance. It's called Soul Trader, Your Life, Your Business. You can find a link to it below here, or you can go to the events page on my website and you'll find the date. As I am recording this now, the next workshop is on the 12th of June. But it's then the next one is in September and there's one in December. So check out the dates and join me there at the British Library. It will give you that opportunity to build the clarity, the customers, the courage, the cooperation, the conversations, the creativity and the compassion, and to embrace the change that you need to help you to succeed and to help you flourish. The second event that I run monthly is Networking for Success, and this is where the thing about the team comes into place, because what Networking for Success will help you to do is to build that team. It will help you to build, leverage and utilize your existing network, and to find the new contacts and network and build the existing contacts and support that you need. Be it that you're wanting to move ahead in your career, be it that you're needing help personally, be it is that you need that in terms of your business. So Networking for Success helps you to do that. There's that old cliche, isn't there? Your net worth is your network, but it's so, so true. We know it from at school. The people who surround us have that biggest impact on how it is that what we'll do, with how focused or distracted that we'll be, whether it is that we raise our game or whether it is we feel suppressed or held back. So that's so, so important. And I meet so many people who are stuck and struggling, that this can really, really help you. So build your team. My quote of the month that you'll see in the print issue is all about the fact that sometimes a step back from an idea or project will bring even more clarity, insight and perspective. And so keep that in mind throughout this month. Finally, please don't feel as though you're all alone. Do join me on my social media, and there's lots of social media. There's my YouTube channel. You might be watching this either on my website or directly on my YouTube channel. Feel free to subscribe there. You'll catch this monthly newsletter, and there's hundreds of videos to help you. There's inspiring interviews. I've got playlists on things like career, business, health and well-being. There's interviews. There's all sorts of things to help you on that life journey, and this is something I'm very passionate about. Those of you who are on Facebook, I have a Rasheed Ogunlaru coach, speaker, author official Facebook page. There's also one for Soul Trader, and you'll find me, Rasheed Ogunlaru, on Instagram and Twitter. So if you're trying to find me on Instagram and Twitter, I'm simply at Rasheed Ogunlaru on both Instagram and Twitter. If you do a well-known internet search for me, my Facebook page, you'll find that. And those of you who have worked with me, feel free to join me in LinkedIn. Tip with LinkedIn, link to the people who it is that you already know. I'm not a big fan of those speculative things where you just speculatively link to people, because often people you only often get one shot deal. Also, if you're going to an event, don't link to people before, meet them there and then link to them after. Or if you've got their email them personally to build that relationship. That's really important. Don't just spread bets on this kind of stuff. Because that links us to our real key tip this month, that building your team. A team needs to be the people that you actually know and you've built that rapport with, that will help you move further forward. But again, as I say, if you want help with that, join me at my monthly Networking for Success event, monthly, and both the events take place at the British Library's Business and IP Centre. And on that note, check out the British Library's Business and IP Centre, www.bl.uk/BIPC, as in Business Intellectual Property Centre. There's heaps of resources, tools, webinars, and lots of low cost or no cost workshops and talks to help you with everything from researching your market, with your media, with your marketing, with your social media, protecting your idea, and all the rest of it, and inspiring entrepreneur events. Also, look out for the Startup Stars event, which we run approximately quarterly at the British Library, and I usually chair those events. And if you've got a growing business, look out for the Innovating for Growth program that provides you with the equivalent of about £10,000 worth of expert support, masterclasses for free to help you build your business. It's helped scores of businesses to really grow. So check out that and see if you might be eligible for that, if your business is at that growing point, and if your turnover is apt for you to take advantage of that. And then you'll see me on the very first of those workshops. So my point here is there's lots and lots and lots of support and advice out there. And if you're based elsewhere throughout the UK, the British Library have got a network of partner libraries throughout the UK, and they're also building now a network of libraries for those of you who are based within London to help people on that entrepreneurial journey. That's it from me. Take care. Lots of love. Peace and love, as always, from me, Rasheed the Coach. Take good care. See you soon. Bye-bye.